Tortorella's got to do something. Tortorella's got to do something. Okay, hopefully now everything is working correctly. Yeah, if I'm a Vegas fan right now, I'm petrified. I am absolutely petrified as he's let in 4 or 3, excuse me. He is absolutely when his confidence gets shaken, it's gone. It is gone. And when that happens, it's not good. It's not good for them. For Vegas. And Jordan Staal, you're seeing the big name players making big time plays right now for Carolina. Jordan Staal, Taylor Hall, Aho, all of those guys that are so important to Carolina, all of a sudden it's become a new hockey game here, folks. It has become a brand new hockey game. And it absolutely speaks to how resilient both of these teams are. It speaks to just how good and how resilient both of these teams are. And I truly believe that I truly believe that right now, if I'm Vegas, I am holding my breath every single chance. Because until the clock strikes 0, I have zero faith in Hart when he lets a goal in. And that could be their downfall in this series, as much as I don't like saying that. But I said at the intermission, this game is far from over because when Hart lets one in, he lets them in bunches. And we're seeing that right here. Something else I'm going to bring it up because it's something of substance here. But the kicker here with this is that WWE superstar Danhausen, who is famous for cursing players and cursing teams and cursing his opponents. Anyway, he cursed the Cleveland Cavaliers against the Knicks, and the Knicks won the series. He's cursed the Spurs, and the Knicks are up 2-0. They just showed him on the Vegas Jumbotron cursing the Hurricanes. Now, whether that works in hockey, I don't know. But look, at this point in time, if I'm Vegas, Tortorella may have to, and I'll just say it right here and now. Tortorella, if he gives up another goal, you got to pull him. You should have probably pulled him when he gave up 2. Because now Carolina's got pep in their step. Carolina's going to put some pressure on here. And I truly feel Vegas has kind of stopped skating because they're a little bit in awe. They're a little bit in shock right here. And for Carolina, they got to keep pressure on him. They have to. And if they don't, that's a problem. Now, Marner just had a shot that I don't know if they're pronouncing it Bussy or Busey. I'll have to listen real quick. That shot by Wembanyama that they're showing, that was an awful shot. They should have run a pick and roll with an alley-oop shot right to the hoop for him. All right, Carolina down by 1, 11:05 to go. Look, this game is not over on either side. Both teams are incredibly resilient. Both teams can score in instances or in batches. And that's a reflection of Brind'Amour. That's a reflection of Rob Brind'Amour. And Tortorella for that matter. All right, I got to know if it's Busey or Bussy. I think it's Bussy. Vegas is not getting the bounces that they were in the first two periods. Man, they are fast, though. Both of these teams are fast. Bussy, okay. It is Bussy. That's what I thought. Okay. Thank you, Sean McDonough. Appreciate the pronunciation there. All right, so give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts here on TikTok right now. Give me your thoughts on YouTube right now. Does Vegas hang on here by a thread? Do they add more? Or does Vegas choke this thing away? Does Carolina snatch it from him? Shoots and a save. Nice setup there out of the faceoff. And here come the Canes. Very quick up the ice. Are they gonna call that interference? No, they are not. They're letting him play. I like the fact that they're letting him play. I like the fact that they're letting these guys play. As they tend to do in the Stanley Cup final. All right, wrapping it around. Bad turnover there. Good keep in there by Vegas. Oh, he had a man wide open in front of the net. He had a guy wide open in front of the net. He could have passed it. Smith could have passed it right to the guy in front of the net, and it'd have been a goal. It'd have been a goal, and he knows it. He knows it. The guy's calling for it, too. He's in position. Look it. He shoots it, and the guy's right in position. Oh, my gosh. That could be a turning point in this game. Besides Carolina coming back and cutting it to a 1-goal lead, it very easy could be. I mean, man, Vegas missed an opportunity there. Vegas missed a chance right there. And look, let's not sleep on Brandon Bussy. He was 31-6-2, allowed 2.47 goals a game. So he's not a slouch as a backup right now. Now watch, I'll say that and he'll give up 2. But Vegas is not putting pressure on the Canes. Oop, almost a bad turnover there by Carolina. I'm not sure what they were trying to do there. The wave icing off here. Good job by the Canes getting back. Good job by Carolina again, getting pressure and keeping the puck in the zone. I like that they're not giving in here. They're trying to get in front of the passing lanes. I like that by Carolina. Oh, turnover. Almost a 2-on-1. Carolina got lucky there. Carolina got lucky right there. Whoa! Puck bounced off a Golden Knight player and traveled near Hart. And right now, Hart's praying, saying, get another goal. Get another goal. Because right now, his confidence is shook. Carolina's saying that the puck was tipped. Vegas is, of course, saying he lifted it into the stands. Officials are talking it over. Ooh. I think it's going to be a penalty. I think it's going to be a penalty on Carolina. Because, I mean, his skates or his stick is off the ice there. The puck's clearly on it. That's going to be a penalty, I think. That's going to be a penalty on Carolina. I mean, I don't see any. I mean, was the stick lifted though? That's the question. Was the stick lifted? I'm wondering if his stick was lifted by Stone. Yep, it's a penalty. Yep, there it is. They called it right there. This is a chance for Vegas to add another one on. It's a chance for Vegas to add another one. Look, I'm just telling you right here and now. If I'm Hart, if I'm the goaltender for if I'm Carter Hart right now, I'm praying they score here. Cuz that gives you a little breathing room. That gives you a little bit of breathing room if you're Vegas. But there's a lot of time left. There's lots of time left in the game. And Hart, I mean, all of a sudden he's very shaky. He's very shaky. Stahl, Hart, Martinook, all with goals with 3 goals in under a minute. Martinook got the first one at the 7:03 mark. Hall 7:29, Stahl 7:42. I'm saying it right here and now. Both of these teams are incredibly resilient. Both of these teams are really, really, really good. And if you guys are here on TikTok, share the live, will you? Rafiki, TikToker, share it, will you? Let some people know that we're live, we're streaming this. I'm doing the same thing here on my end. All right, minute 53 to go. Here we go. Big penalty kill for Carolina here if you can get it. And a power play opportunity for the Golden Knights. Eichel with it. Brings it up through center ice. Offsides is the call. Brutal. All right, Vegas brings it up to center ice. Jack Eichel has it. Over to Marner. Marner swings it around to Stone. Cleared out by the Hurricanes. They get a change. Theodore has it. Center ice. Kicks it back on over to Eichel. Eichel brings it up the center. Straight through. Shoots, and a save by Bussy. Bussy right now is looking steady for Carolina, and that's what they need. If you're the Hurricanes right now, you need him to just be just steady Eddie right now. And that's exactly what he's being. That's exactly what he's doing right now. Just be steady. Just be steady. Vegas is saying that went out again, and they're saying Vegas is trying to say that it was out intentionally, and that's not the case at all. Vegas has got 1:04 left on the power play. And again, Carolina's got to clear it out. They don't. Vegas has it. Eichel over to Theodore. Theodore wraps it around the net. Stone has it behind the net. Carolina intercepts it. Defenders fall down. Eichel throws it in front of the net. Nobody there. 45 to go. Eichel with it. Stone behind the net, looking for somebody in front. It's Marner. Marner kicks it back to Stone. Stone over to Eichel. Eichel has it, wraps it around. Stone with it. Back to Eichel. Shoots! And it's wide of the net. Controlled by Vegas. Now over to Carolina. Carolina has 20 seconds on the penalty. Beautiful job there to keep the puck and work more time off of that clock. Beautiful job by Carolina. That's gonna increase their momentum. Oh, a big hit there on Stone. Huge hit on Stone by Jordan Staal. Ooh. And Carter Hart was not expecting that puck. Carter Hart was not expecting that. Face off in the zone right now for Carolina. They win it. Shoots, and a save made by Hart. Got to get traffic in front of the net right now. If you're Carolina, you got to get traffic in front of the net. We're under 6 minutes, which means it's a TV timeout. TV timeout. All right, while we're in the TV timeout, I want to touch base here again regarding the Bears and break this down a little bit more. The Bears are not moving yet to Indiana. I know people are very upset about it, and I get that. But their statement that they said yesterday on Friday said that the exact site to be determined. So they're working in Hammond, Indiana, but they don't have a site. That's not going to fly well with other I mean, it's just not going to fly. They don't have another site in Hammond. They don't know what they're doing at this point. So I truly think that they have a big issue here, and I mean honestly, they're going to be. They're going to be in up a creek without a paddle when it comes time. But look, it's 2033 is when their lease expires at Soldier Field. So They've got time. As much as we don't like to hear about this, they have time. All right, the power play is over. Vegas has the puck now. Marner with it, shoots, blockered out by Bussy. Kick save there. Vegas is trying to put some pressure on. It's 5:30 to go. Carolina's got to get pressure again. Carolina's got to get pressure again if they want to have a shot. Carolina gets the puck. They're bringing up. It's a 2-on-2 here. Shoots, and it's saved. Blocked wide by Hart. Bad turnover there almost by Carolina. Caught Vegas, though, in a change. Vegas now has it. Stone with it. Bussy's 9 for 9 on save opportunities. So I'm just telling you right here and now that you've got, and Hart is down. Hart is hurt. And now there's a fight going on the ice. Hart is down. Hart is hurt. You typically don't see this in the Stanley Cup final. Shot, glove saved. Oh, and who was that? Was that 71 there for Carolina? Shoved one of the Golden Knight players into Hart. Look, that's probably not the smartest idea. And the reason why I say that is you want Hart in there because he gives up goals in bunches. You want him in there. That's not a good idea by Carolina. Keep Hart in there. That's going to give you your best chance at winning. I'm sorry, it is. 4:33 to go. $4:33 to go. Bad turnover there. Carolina racing back for it. Vegas beats them back for it. Carolina wraps it around. They've got it. Puck is up high. Where did it go? Nobody knows. It's back down into Carolina zone. Back into the Hurricane zone. They're setting up here with 4 minutes to go. This has been such a good series. I mean, truthfully, the resiliency by both teams has just been incredible. Shoots, and a save made by Hart. Another shot misses. Wraps around. Carolina still has it. They keep the puck in the zone. Good pressure here sustained by the Hurricanes. Behind the net, the Canes have it. Shoots, and a save made. Good blocker there. Ooh, man. Aho got met and hit hard up high. Carolina, though, still maintaining. No, Vegas has got possession now of the puck. Christian, this has been a brilliant game. We talked about here how the Canes, when Hart lets one in, he lets a million in. And that's no spoilers, please. No spoilers. You're ahead of me. I mean, look, This series has been incredible. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. This series has been absolutely incredible. And Bussy, I don't know why they didn't play Bussy before. I know you're trying to ride the hot goaltender, but Bussy is really, really good. Yeah, yeah, it seemed like 10 seconds. It wasn't. It was a little bit more spread out, but it was 3 goals in under a minute. It was crazy. It was absolutely insane. So Carolina on the power play, Shea Theodore, delay a game. I agree. The Bruins should have never let him go. No spoilers, please. Stahl, Aho, Jarvis, Sevenchinkov, all on the ice right now for the Canes. Vegas fell down during the face-off. Wrapped around here by Carolina. They keep possession in the zone. Aho has it. Working with Sevenchenkov. Carolina setting up their power play. Whoa! Hart let a rebound opportunity in. Or go, I should say, not in. Shoots! And a save made by Hart. Now, if I'm Brindamore, when do I think about pulling Bussy? It's got to be pretty quick here with 2 minutes to go. It's got to be pretty quick. And you cannot get tied up in puck dust-ups. Good job there by Aho to keep that in. Shoots! And they score! Tie game! Oh, my! I told you. I said it before. When he lets one in, it opens the floodgates. This game is tied with 1:42 to go. The officials are talking it over. I think it's going to stand because Sevenchenko got blocked in, or no, somebody went crashing in. I think it's a goal. I think it's going to be a goal. Yeah, I mean, the refs called it a goal on the ice. There's no clear evidence here. I mean, they're looking at it right there. It's kicked, it's knocked in there. I think that's a goal. It's knocked in. The refs couldn't see the puck. They called it a clear goal. I think it's going to stand. I think it's going to stand. Yeah, he was pushed in. That's a goal. That's a good goal. That's a good goal. I told you guys. I told you. Do not count Carolina out at the start of the third period because of just how bad Hart can be. Look, I'm going to call right now. We're going overtime. We're going to go to overtime here in this game. 1-4 goal plus third period comeback in 82. The Kings defeated the Oilers. Would I start Hill next game? Absolutely. Hart's got a confidence problem. Hart has a confidence problem. The minute that he lets one in, he becomes just incapable of blocking that out. He's like a quarterback that can't forget the interception, right? Because everything just starts going downhill and his mind just won't stop repeating what's happened. Now, on that goal there, compared to the other three, that one I can forgive him for because it was a melee in front of the net. But the first three, no. So I absolutely would, to send a message. Vegas had this game in the bag, but Carter Hart is just not. I mean, you could say he's not mentally tough enough right now in the net for the Golden Knights. That's why I said on that power play, when they had a power play opportunity midway through the third, they needed to capitalize, and they couldn't. And credit to Carolina. And look, Rob Brind'Amour made a bold move by putting Bussy in there, and he needed to because Anderson wasn't doing anything. And look, if I'm Brind'Amour, I'm starting Bussy the rest of the way. Oh, I know he does. Yeah. 12.6 seconds to go. God, I love being right. Sorry. I mean, it's just momentum. It's just momentum. It's just momentum. I mean, and Hart, look, I said when Carter gave up the second, Tortorella needed to pull him. And he didn't. And he's sticking with him. And it could cost him this game. It could cost him game 3. Maybe in overtime, but I don't know if you put a cold goalie in there at overtime. I just don't know. I don't think you can do that. And that's where we are heading, is overtime. And the crowd in Vegas is stunned. I mean, look, this series, we talked about it during game 2. This series is a direct, for lack of a better term, it's a direct reflection of both of these teams' resiliency and their ability to come back. And honestly, I said at the start of the third period the game wasn't over yet, because when Hart lets one in, he lets them all in. And that's exactly what's happened here. That's exactly what's happened. All right. We're going to put a bow on the recording here of the podcast. We've got a lot of editing to do. We're going to stay live here on TikTok. So make sure you guys share the live to people. That way we get more folks in here. And we will be back with you tomorrow night. Game 3 of the NBA Finals. We will be here for it. I want to thank I Know a Guy Remodeling. I want to thank ARM Media Solutions for their continued support of our show. Thank you, the folks here on TikTok. Thank you, the folks on YouTube Live. All of the Apple Podcasts and Spotify listeners and subscribers. Big thanks to all of you for continuing to help make this show what it is. We're going to have big news early next week, and I'm really excited for it. All right. We'll be back with you tomorrow night. And until then, I'll see you in the last row.